Welcome back, guys, to another video. This time, let's talk about Tesla. So far, if you check out the share price, it's finally popping off. I think a lot of people are having renewed interest for Tesla stock after they got included into the S&P 500. I said this multiple times that what Tesla really needs is like a major stimulation of their overall share price for people to actually get interest again and start looking at Tesla. Because recently the news media are mostly covering like NIO, the new EV SPACs, and also like the solar panel companies out there. They're not really covering too much about Tesla. Tesla stock has been super flat until recently. It's soaring up and it may hit $500 very, very soon. And obviously those share prices do fluctuate during the time of making this video. So definitely, look at it again. And right now, one of the biggest things going on with Tesla that I'm super impressed with is they're starting to hire leadership positions for their battery cell factory at Gigafactory Berlin. Now, this is the first massive scale hiring, and this is going to be really big. And they will be producing the Tesla 4680 battery. Now, during Battery Day earlier this year, Musk on Twitter said that they will be expecting some really big things happening on Battery Day. They say you should be impressed and there's going to be a lot of cool things. And there was some cool things. One of them was the Tesla 4680 battery, and it's going to be one of the most dense batteries out there. It's twice as big as a previous battery cell, and it holds more charge. And since it's more dense, you're going to be needing a lot of nickel. This is why Tesla recently is working with the Indonesian government to open a nickel factory in Indonesia, since Indonesia sits on the world's largest nickel reserves. And if you get that nickel, you could pretty much, ship it to Gigafactory Berlin and you could start producing the 4680 batteries as soon as they can. Tesla is virtually ramping up production in every single gigafactory around the world, either construction or car manufacturing. So yes, they will be needing a ton of these battery cells, and the sooner they make these massive battery cell factories, the better. Because currently there's a lot of competition brewing up and everyone is starving for lithium ion battery cells. And with Tesla making this battery factory, well, they could easily crank out a lot of these battery cells at a massive rate and lower the overall cost of making the vehicle, since lithium ion batteries are the most expensive part of a vehicle. And Tesla's profit margins have been improving, so that's good, since they have been working with Panasonic. And by the way, speaking of Panasonic, they're thinking about making a prototype 4680 production line so Tesla can make these batteries at a much faster pace. But nevertheless, Tesla hasn't really given a clear timeline of this battery production at Berlin, but it's expected to start around the same time they start making the cars, which is July 2021. Now, this is going to be a really big deal, and let's just see what happens. I feel like they will succeed, and once again, the sooner they come out with these batteries, the better. And remember, the Model Ys for Europe are going to be the major guinea pigs, and they will be the ones having the 4680 battery cell. So if you're living in Europe and you're listening to this, and you get a Model Y, you are probably the first ones to test out these incredible battery cells. They pretty much charge faster, hold more charge, and they go way farther than any other electric vehicle out there. And after 2 years of experimenting with the European Model Ys and there's no problems, then Tesla will scale up even more for the 4680 battery cells and implement them in, for example, the Cybertruck, semi-trucks, and all the other models out there, maybe even the Roadster. Now, the second biggest thing is for the Canadians out there. So Tesla is pushing to expand their supercharging network, which is growing by the day in Canada. And they're launching a huge search for brand new hosts. So in Canada, EVs are catching on. It seems like everyone wants a Tesla because of renewed energy. And keep in mind, since you got Biden as a president now, he's going to be pushing heavily into cleaner energy, electric vehicles, etc. And I think the whole world's going to follow really nicely. So far, one of the hardest things for Tesla to do is install superchargers in apartment buildings. That's the most important part. It's not a big issue for people to install their own little chargers in their house garages, but in major metropolitan cities where a lot of people love Tesla, well, a lot of these apartment complexes and multifamily parking lots do not have superchargers, and it takes forever to charge. And I've seen people with Teslas, it's kind of a major hassle when you have to drive to your local grocery store to charge your car for 40 to 45 minutes. It's not a fun ideal, since a lot of people simply want to go home, charge your car, go upstairs. When they wake up, they come down and their car is fully charged like their phone. So right now, the automaker is seeking a lot of business, and you can actually apply, if you're in Canada, to become a supercharger site host. It's going to be in Vancouver and Toronto. So if you own like a multifamily building and you have, let's say, 10 parking spots, it's actually in your benefit to call up Tesla and put a few superchargers there, because people who own Teslas, generally speaking, have more money than people who don't. Let's be honest here, the cars start at roughly like $40,000. The Model S, Model X starts at roughly $75,000 to $80,000. So it is pretty pricey. These are like ultra luxury vehicles. It's like the same price like a cheap Range Rover. Like, you're going to be needing some money, or else you can't really afford like the monthly payments. So a lot of these people in these multifamily homes will actually opt in to for maybe get like 2 or 3 Tesla superchargers, and that alone can attract a lot of people who drive Teslas to rent at their place. A lot of renters even increase their rent by a little bit, but guess what? A lot of Tesla owners will still rent that specific apartment because of that supercharger in that parking lot. So it's actually pretty nice, and Tesla even reassures that they will manage everything about the supercharger. Like, Tesla will be managing the development, the cost, operations, the maintenance of the superchargers at the site, and also construction. So it's actually really big, and they will make it really fast. It will be completed by a team of Tesla trained installers, and they will be getting the supercharger up and running. Honestly though, if I own like a property, let's say of like 8 apartments, like a small multifamily property, I'll definitely call up Elon and get at least like 1 or 2 superchargers installed at my location. It will take up some space, but for the amount of gains that you get afterwards, it's really good. I think these superchargers really do improve the value of your property, and they get a lot of these more high income Tesla driver guys to rent from your place. So it's actually really, really cool. Last but not least is Tesla, and is Warren Buffett buying Tesla stock? Because it's going to be pretty big. So ever since Tesla joined the S&P 500, there's a lot of rumors about how the legendary investor Warren Buffett could be buying into Tesla stock. So over the course of 2 days, obviously though, Tesla is going to the S&P 500, and it will be reshuffled in around December of 2020 before the end of this year. So like it or not, if you guys have a retirement fund that tracks the S&P 500, or if you own a bunch of SPY shares, if you like or dislike Tesla, you're going to own Tesla shares no matter what, because it's going to the S&P 500. Now, Tesla is becoming bigger than ever before, but at this current moment, people have been saying that a lot of shares of Tesla are missing, and it could be Berkshire Hathaway purchasing them. Now, if you check out this Twitter post here by Frank Peeland, you will see he's saying tread on Berkshire Hathaway and Tesla. Yesterday, I pointed out in this quoted thread that based on data I gathered from 13F filings, a large number of Tesla shares seem to have gone missing during Q3 to the tune of 100 million shares. So 100 million shares are pretty much gone. Okay, initially he said it was 50 million shares, but now it's 100 million shares. And people are really speculating that maybe Warren Buffett is the guy buying this. So this could be really, really big. Now, obviously though, Warren Buffett's investment firm, Berkshire Hathaway, it will not disclose anything because they don't want to freak anyone out or move the markets. They're keeping everything quiet, and they will disclose it eventually after they buy it. So it's going to be pretty big. Let's just see what happens, because people are now putting together like calculations and stuff like that. So definitely check out Twitter. It's like one of the trendiest things right now. Will Warren Buffett buy Tesla? Because it will be really big, really cool, and also really funny if Buffett does purchase Musk's company. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment below.